Hello, shalom. Welcome to another box office report. Apologize for the odd angle, but I wanted to get some good lighting in here. And welcome to the desk here. We're going to go over the weekend's box office, go over those results, and also pick out from a select group of movies and talk about their box office results versus the average of five select theaters that I have found. And I'm now sharing the data of other theaters. I found one in Tampa Bay, Florida, obviously one that I know of in the South, and another one deep in the heart of Texas. So that's three actually, and then comparing it with the national average. So let's go right from the top. Aladdin didn't really overperform. It met my projections. Everyone had been more in the 70s, but it went around 90 million. And all the bad word of mouth on Twitter and all the reaction to Mr. Smith as the genie and all that, it didn't seem to really register with the common movie fan. What I found was a lot of adults and seniors going to see the movie even more than I had thought. Obviously, a lot of children as well. So we've contabulated that into the final tally. So it was really a big Monday for Aladdin. So the totals I think are around 90 as it is, and I think for the 4 or 5 day, whatever you want to call it, didn't do barely anything on Thursday night comparatively. But by the time it registers on Monday night, Monday will probably be a big day for it, and it will be around 106 overall in my projections. So the actual national average was 20,197 per theater, and the average of these theaters that I'm getting the data from, 21,682. So as you can see, that's a whopping $1,500 or so more at these particular southern theaters. Now they're not all of one chain; they're all different. One of them in Tampa Bay is actually a privately owned theater that wants to be part of what I'm doing here, and I will be submitting some of these results to Box Office Magazine as well because I find it to be quite interesting. Anyone else like studying box office more on the regional level and then comparing it to the national averages? Go ahead and let me know what you think. Brightburn. Brightburn. Let's see. I believe the national average was around 2,600, so it's somewhat overperformed or underperformed based on these regional averages to being around 2,290. So a little bit off of the clip that it was established at nationally, and I would say it just tanked. It did horrible on Thursday, and had a big Friday, had a decent Monday. Sunday results weren't very good. So anyway, uh, but the story I think of the weekend is the complete flopping of Booksmart. Now they've been at a lot of different directions. It's a crowded summer market. They're saying this is going to be a female Superbad. Superbad actually didn't even do as good as most people think, but I mean, it did a lot better than this. It made around 85 or 90 million. Booksmart made $30 at some theaters on opening night, and then overall it made for the weekend a whopping 1,280, if that. I mean, I'm being generous on some of these numbers, but I'm averaging them out, and so 2,400 overall nationally. Obviously, in these three particular theaters I'm getting the data from, it was significantly off the pace. On some of them, it was around 900. So one of them was, as you can see, a little bit higher. So that's a big story of the weekend. Olivia Wilde, her directorial debut. No one cares. Um, and we have other data here. Uh, I might as well just continue the video, and I'll hopefully get through this soon. The Foreigner, which was released October 12th, 2017. Uh, it nationwide performed at $5,300, and actually only made $3,800 at a combined of these three southern theaters. Action does usually trend upwards, but I guess this Jackie Chan movie just did not catch on in these select markets. A movie that did overperform, I thought this was interesting, which was Tag. Tag came out in, I believe, mid June 2017. 2018, excuse me, and its actual was 4,420, a significant underperformance on the national level. However, it really overperformed in these particular regions at $5,070 basically. So that's at least 10% higher, more like 14%, 15%. Jumping ahead now to another movie that I wanted to cover here, The Mummy, 2017. I started to think, hey, did it overperform or underperform these particular theaters I'm getting my data from? And the answer to that is, let me see how I sorted my numbers here. Hold on. Nationally, it made 7,853. And at this particular theater, these combinations of theaters, it made 8,444. So not that much of an overperformance, but it did overperform in the southern regional level. One that I thought was really notable, as we have Annabelle 3 coming out, Annabelle whatever it's called. I guess this last one was Creation. This new one, this last one was came out August 10th, 2017, and it's what it did at these regionals was 12,960. Dang, pretty impressive. Really overperforming over The Mummy, and its actual number was like 10,000, 9,996. So Annabelle 2 did quite a big numbers of these southern regional movie theaters. So Atomic Blonde, its actual was 5,555. That came out in July of 2017. Where at these southern regional theaters, it made $4,000. So that's a pretty big underperformance by about $1,500. Murder on the Orient Express. Murder on the Orient Express. His actual was $8,585, and then in the regional level, $9,132. So it would have had a bigger opening, obviously, if more theaters, it performed like that at more theaters, obviously. One that I thought was pretty interesting was right on the money. Pardon the pun. 6,371 was the debut per theater average for Baby Driver, and then my southern regional ones was right on the money with 6,414. Usually doesn't match up quite that much. That one indeed did match up quite well. So with that being said, that was the box office report. I've been working on it, and I think I shared most of the data there. Tag, Foreigner, all that. So what do you guys think? Aladdin significantly overperformed by most estimates, but not by mine. And I think it's looking to have a pretty big weekend too, because you look at the 3 movies coming out next weekend, which is Godzilla. It doesn't really go after family audiences as much. You got Ma and you got Rocket Man. I think Aladdin's going to possibly not be number 1, but be number 2 by a very small margin. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the results are. Are you guys anticipating seeing Ma? All that, go ahead and let me know in the comments section what you're looking forward to for the next weekend, what you think of this weekend's box office review show. And we try to get this done in a succinct manner. I may add some other stuff, audio-wise or video-wise, the next days ahead, and also put some other videos up on their channel. L'chaim, Shabbat Shalom, or it's not Shabbat, but have a good restful holiday for Memorial Day. And God bless everyone. Shalom. Thank you very much for the new subscribers, and have a wonderful day. Thanks so much.